Hello everyone, myself Khyati Vyas from JMP English Medium Saraswati Group of Education. Today I am conducting this session for grade 3, subject SS. We are dealing with chapter number 6, My Community, and this is my session number 2 for this chapter. So kids, in my earlier session, I had explained to you that when we live in society, we are having many people living around us. All these people will be performing different types of job. They are skilled in different work. Someone is good in teaching. Someone is good in medicines. So he'll become a doctor. Right? So we also discussed various vocabulary words which you will come across in this chapter along with their meanings and some photographs I had shared it with you. Right? Then last session I had also discussed a list of community helpers. Community helpers are those people who help us in performing various activities in our day-to-day life. They are called community helpers. So, in today's session, we will discuss regarding few of the community helpers that are given in your textbook. What work do they do? How they help us? We will discuss that in today's session. Okay? So, first of all, as I explained to you, there are a number of people who help us in our day-to-day life. They are all called community helpers. They all together, when you put them all together, it becomes a community. Right? A group of people is called community. So that is the introduction of this chapter. And in today's session, we will discuss regarding the teachers, shopkeepers, doctors, tailors, sweepers, plumber, carpenter, electrician, fireman and police officer. These community helpers are given in your textbook. So what work do they do? How they do it? How they help us? We will see that today. Starting from first one, that is a teacher. As I am a teacher, how do I help you? I help you to learn many different things. I make you aware about many new things which you are totally not knowing about. I teach you values for life. Right? Yes. So I am a teacher. So teacher teaches us to read and write and help us to become responsible. How do you become responsible? When you are at school and teacher asks you to write your CW books by looking at the board. On the board, when teacher writes her CW, right? Question answers, and she asks you to copy it down in your books, then it is your responsibility to complete your book on time. Write it with good handwriting. It is your responsibility to check that you have not made any spelling mistakes. Yes, of course, while checking your CW books, if we find any error, then we rectify them. If we find that you have written some wrong spelling, then of course we will help you. But firstly, it is your responsibility to see that your work is neat, clean, on time, and most importantly, that you have finished your work before the teacher erases it on the board. Right? So you become responsible. You come to school, you eat your tiffin box. After that, packing your tiffin box, then washing your hands. After that, You take care about your belongings. For example, if you have taken your lunch box out of your bag, then it is your responsibility to put it back into your bag. Otherwise, your lunch box might get lost. So in this way you become responsible. Yes, if you are sitting along with your friends and you lose your pencil or eraser, then it shows that you are irresponsible. Right? So you have to take care of your things. You become responsible. So we also learn music, sports, drawing and painting from our teachers. You have music teachers, you have PT teachers who teach you yoga, physical training is given to you. Right? So all these, except reading and writing, there are many different things which you learn from school. You learn how to sit in a straight posture because your teacher repeatedly keep telling you back straight, right? You learn in the school proper way to talk with your elders, how to treat your younger brother or sister. Then you learn many things other than reading and writing at school. Discipline is taught to you. Right? Discipline is taught to you. Do you remember when we were offline? You came to school, you had to remove your shoes and keep them outside the classroom. But you learned it that you have to keep your shoes in a very arranged and organized way. That is discipline. Discipline is when you eat your lunch without, spilling it on the floor. Right? The surrounding area of your lunch box should be clean. Here and there, if food is, spilled, does it look good? No, it doesn't look good. If the food or the lunch that you have got from home, if it falls on your uniform will become dirty. So, discipline is when you eat in such a way that your uniform doesn't get dirty. All these things you learn from school. You learn from school that when you see a new teacher for the first time in the day, you wish them. If it's morning, you say them good morning. If it's noon, you wish them good afternoon. Right? All that is discipline. So this is a teacher's job, that she teaches you discipline, manners, sitting in good posture, straight posture. She also teaches you to become courageous. Even your parents teach you to become courageous. But in school as well, teacher tell you, right? Why have you not done your homework? So at that time, if you speak the truth, she can help you. But if you tell a lie, then the teacher, she'll tell you, she'll inform you, beta, this is not good, you should not tell a lie. You should have told me that this was the problem. All these things you learn from school, and the teacher in the school, she teaches you. Next is a shopkeeper. The person who owns a shop, he manages his shop, is known as a shopkeeper. So we get all the things we need, such as bread, butter, egg, milk and other day-to-day things from the shopkeepers in our locality. So when you want something for your home, you go to the nearby shop and you get it. And the person who is owning that shop, who is the owner of that shop, is known as shopkeeper. He will give you the things and in return you will give the money to him. Right? You will pay him for what you have bought. So he is the shopkeeper. Now if there is something that you asked in the shop and he is actually not having it. For example, if I ask him a packet of biscuit and he doesn't have it. So what he'll do? He'll write it down, he'll note down that point, okay, biscuits are over. And next day he'll get the biscuits from the wholesale place. Right? So he manages everything over there. Next is a doctor. When we feel unwell or sick, we If you are not feeling well, then where will you go? Where will your mother take you? Yes, she'll take you to a doctor. And doctor gives you medicines. Once you take the medicine, he will examine you, he'll question you, what is wrong with you, how did it happen, whether it is due to some unhealthy eating. So he'll examine you and according to that he'll give you medicines. And then you'll be fine. So in this way doctor helps you to be healthy. Next is a tailor. A tailor stitches our clothes. So tailor, sometimes it so happens that when you buy new clothes, the length of the cloth is perfect. But when you see that the clothes are so loose fitted to you that you have to go to a tailor to alter them. To tell him that you want it to be in your size. So you go to a tailor. That is alteration. That means already something was stitched. Now you want to make only little changes in whatever is ready. That is alteration. And stitching new clothes means you buy a fabric from shop. Fabric, just a piece of cloth. Then you give the pattern, whether you want a long top, short top, kurta, what type. You give him a pattern, you give him your fitting sizes, and the tailor will stitch that particular cloth which will fit to you. This is a work of a tailor, right? Then after that we have sweeper, one who cleans the streets and all. A sweeper keeps the roads, parks and other places clean. So they remove the garbage from there and then make it clean. Then we have plumber. Plumber looks after drainage system. Drainage system, as I told you, it is a system through which the waste water from our house are drained out. He mends the taps and seals the leak. If you have to fix a tap to any place, he'll do that. Or if there is leakage in any pipes or any taps, he will also repair it. So that is a plumber. His work is related to water supply in your house. Next is carpenter. A carpenter makes different kinds of furniture from wood, like benches, chairs, your cupboards, then the doors, windows of your house. They are all made of wood. And who does that? A carpenter does that. Who does it? A carpenter. Next is electrician. An electrician repairs our lights, fans, wires and other electronic goods. Electrician is a person who repairs all the electric items, whether it is your fan, light or any leakage in electricity in your house. Right? So he will do that. That is an electrician. Fireman. We call a fireman in case of fire. If there is a fire in our home or near our home somewhere, then we call a fireman. Because if it is a small fire, we can put it out. But what if it is a huge fire? Right? If it is a huge fire, then we need somebody's help, somebody's guidance. Right? At that time, you call a fireman and they come and they put out the fire. They help you. They save your lives. So fireman, we call a fireman in case of fire. Firemen put out the fire and save lives. He saves our lives. Because if the fire is very big, it might cause injury to you. It might even cause some deaths. Right? If somebody is badly burned, then the person might also die. So he saves our life. Then you have police officer. A police officer maintains law and order in the community. He sees that everything around his area is good or not. the laws that government have made are followed or not. And he also maintains the peace in his area. For example, it is policeman's duty. For example, see, before few months we had the law. It was a law that everybody has to wear a helmet while driving their scooters. So at that time, the police officers, they checked whether everybody is wearing a helmet or not. And those who were not wearing a helmet, they had to pay some fine. Now why? How did this happen? Everybody started following the rule. Everybody started wearing this helmet. Why was that? That is because police officers, they implied this rule on us and they made us to follow this. So they are the person who maintain the law in the community. They maintain the law in the community. Laws are just not meant to write on the board or in the books. Laws are meant to be followed. And we have to follow it. Wearing a helmet, some people found it very difficult. They did not like it. But don't you think it is for our safety that they are doing this? It is for our safety, right? So that if in case accidentally we fall down off the vehicle, if an accident occurs, we might not get head injury, because head is a very sensitive part in our body. If it is injured, then we might become disabled, a person might even die sometime. So head is a very sensitive part of our body, and to protect our head, we have to wear a helmet. But police officer have to forcefully make us wear a helmet, because the citizens, the local people are not serious about this. So they maintain the law and order in the community. Police officer work in police station. And where do we find police officer? They work in police stations. It is not only law and order, but if there is a theft at your home, somebody has robbed something from your home, then you go to a police station and you file a complaint that from my home, say for example there was some money that was robbed. Then you say that this much money is being robbed from my home. If you are walking on the road and somebody snatches your chain, pulls the chain and they run away, that is snatching. That time you go to a police station and you file a complaint against that person in the police station. And the police officer will find the thief and will return back your things and punish the person who has done this offense. Okay? So policemen help us. They help us to be safe in the community. Now, let us read regarding the important buildings. Important buildings in our community. There are many important buildings in our community. We go to hospital. One important building, hospital. Because whenever we fall sick, we go to hospital, because doctors who treat us, they are working in hospitals. So we go to hospital when we do not feel well. The doctors and the nurse take care of sick people and cure them with medicines in the hospital. So doctors, nurses, ward boys, all these persons are working in an hospital. They treat you, they give you medicine, they observe you, and once you are fit and fine, then they'll send you back home. So they help. So most important building is a hospital, because all the people, doctor, nurses, all of them work in a hospital and they help you to be fit and fine, a healthy life. They help you to lead a healthy life. Then there are educational institutions like schools and colleges where we study in our community. Other important building is a school's building or a college. Schools and colleges are important buildings because these are the places where you go to gain knowledge, to gain information, to learn how to read, how to write. If you don't know how to read or write, then it will be very difficult for you to live in a society. Right? Because you see around you, there are many things written, and if you are not able to read them, what is written, then how will you survive? If your mama asks you that go to, say for example, go to supermarket and get this thing. So if she gives you the name of supermarket, say, okay, let's keep the name as Big Bazaar. Go to Big Bazaar and get this. Now, if you are standing right in front of Big Bazaar but you are not able to read the name, will you understand that this building is Big Bazaar? No. So you should know to read. Correct? There are some food packages and sometimes it is a new thing and you don't know what is it. So you read on the packet, what is it? What does it contain? For example, simple your wafers, potato wafers. If you buy a packet, it is written salted, masala, cream and onion, all this. But you should be able to read it, no? Without reading, can you buy anything? No. So that is why schools and colleges are important buildings where you gain knowledge, where you get information. Right? So they are important buildings. Then you have fire stations, because whenever there is a big fire burst around you, what happens? There are fire engines in the fire stations, and these fire engines come along with firemen and they put out the fire. So fire station in our community send out firemen and fire engines to put out fire. So when there is fire, the fireman will come with his fire engine and he will put out the fire. But these firemen and fire engines, they normally are found in the fire stations. So whenever there is no fire, these engines will take a halt there. Then we go to a police station if there is a theft in our house or any other trouble. If there is a theft, means somebody has robbed something from our house, or somebody is fighting with you, they are having some problems, they are having some issues. Then for all these, you need to take some solution. And for that, you go to police station and you talk to a police officer and he will help you. So police station is also an important building. So we should respect all these people who makes our life easy. These all community helpers. They make our life easy. So we should be thankful to them. Right? We should never talk to them rudely because they are working to make our lives easy. So here we come to the end of this chapter. In my next session, I will discuss the CW work, that is your textbook chapter end exercise. But before that, I want you all to read the chapter once, so that when we solve the textbook exercise, you will be aware of the answers. Okay? So chalo, along with this video, I am sending a worksheet that you have to write. Okay? The PDF has been sent. Read the instructions properly. Whether it has to be written in CW book or rough book, read it properly and do accordingly. Clear? If you have liked this video, please click on the like icon. Bye bye. See you in the next session.